From the Watergate building in Washington, this is Hotline TV. Now, here's Hotline editor, John Mercurio.
Welcome to Hotline TV. I'm Amy Walter.
And I'm Mike Memley. John is off in San Francisco planning this year's Burning Man with a bunch of tree-hugging hippies.
Well, Mike, the dust seems to be settling after last week's Hillary-Obama flap over their YouTube debate answers to the question, would they meet with the leaders of nations hostile to the U.S., like Venezuela, Syria, North Korea, but not before a good back-and-forth rock'em sock'em robots. So, Mike, who got the better exchange?
Well, first of all, I think the voters win, right? I mean, we get the first real policy, debate that we've had high profile like this. But judging by their reactions, I think Barack Obama thinks he's won this because he's still pushing it. He was doing it all weekend, last weekend. He was in Iowa and talking.
So what does he get from this? Why keep pushing it?
Well, I think he thinks it's a winner in the primary because he likes to highlight Hillary Clinton's Iraq position. He feels like she's kind of gotten away with it. That she's kind of played this game where now she's in support of a withdrawal, but Barack, obviously somebody who opposed the war from before it started, wants to remind Iowa voters at every turn that he was against it from the beginning and Hillary was for it. And so I think he sees this as a way to kind of wrap this debate into his whole overall message that he's going to be the real change that Washington needs, as he says, whereas Hillary's going to be more of the same, and as he hinted, Bush-Cheney light.
Yeah, well, you know what? I've said it once. I've said it 500,000 million times. I just think that Obama has gotten all the traction he's going to get on Iraq. He has got all those voters who are disappointed with her vote on that on his side. We are coming up on the Daily Kos convention. At the same time, we know that bloggers and the netroots, while theoretically they should be on Obama's side or at least feeling antipathy toward Hillary Clinton, they have not at all been acting that way. And I just think that in the end, if you say, well, who won this debate, anytime that Hillary Clinton gets to make the case about who's standing up as a commander-in-chief and make a general election argument, right, I think that she ends up winning this debate. And quite frankly, the more that Obama pushes back, I agree with you. He needs to show not just the voters, but also his supporters that he's willing to put some punches in there, right, and to make this a real fight. But at the same time, I also think that the risk is he's never played at this level before, and the more that he does this,
he never had a punch back against Alan Keyes.
That's right. Yeah, well, that was a pretty tough fight, and that Alan Keyes, he was going below the belt a couple times. So, right, I think Obama's proved his mettle. All right, well, that's all the time we have for today. Join us tomorrow for another fascinating Hotline TV.